we've lived here for 30 years now. Came here from the east. For 10 years, we fought the Indians. Tough men. Then we had outlaws. And we had drought. We had smallpox. Terrible winters. I buried more of my children than I raised. I've seen strong men wither and die under that unforgiving sun. But I've never once doubted my life here.
Mr. Marshall! Come out, wherever you are!
This is the land of opportunity, mister!
Force! Force must be used if you're to have your own way.
No one needs to kill anyone, Bill.
You do so love to talk in riddles, Mr. Marsden.
My name's John Marston.
What are you doing here, Mr. Marston?
I'm here to capture or kill Bill Williamson.
Okay.
I rode in a gang. We robbed trains, banks, held people ransom. We killed people we didn't like. Bill Williamson was in that gang.
Dutch always said you were an arrogant son of a bitch!
Men, it is time to start tearing this place apart and find out where he's cowering!
If I don't capture my former brother in arms, great harm will befall my family.
I thought you were supposed to protect us, Marshal.
Not up, men!
I know a cure for all ailments, Mr. Marston.
People don't forget. Nothing is forgiven.
You here to fight the war? I love patriots. We are all.
Thank God you have come. They want to kill us all.
I don't like women, partner.
Hello, old friend. Been a long time.
In the early years of the 20th century, the lawless Old West was in its death throes, as it was crushed by the twin forces of encroaching governmental regulation and new technologies.
What is it with these things? Hello?
Rockstar Games set out to capture the essence of the West in their first open-world game set in a rural environment. Red Dead Redemption. The game attempts to foster a unique sense of organic gameplay and exploration, along with a powerful narrative and a huge cast of characters. One of the goals when designing the game was to create a seamless blend of action and discovery, where things can happen unexpectedly at any time. In order to make the game's rural setting work, the artists and designers needed to build an environment that looks organic and believable and teems with life, to ensure the player is presented with ever-changing opportunities for things to do and interact with, should they choose. The world of Red Dead Redemption encompasses a massive territory with 3 unique regions, each made up of towns and outposts populated by hundreds of unique characters, with their own personality characteristics and accents.
I never stole nothing, sir. Never did, not in all my life.
I needs the map, partner. I needs it.
It is the story of partially reformed outlaw John Marston, on the trail tracking down the remaining members of his former gang. After a period searching in the U.S., He ventures south of the border into a volatile region of Mexico named Nuevo Paraiso, a dusty border area, the kind of place revolutions ferment. Careful attention was paid to the physics, from the muscles and movements of the horses to the proprietary technology used for synthesizing animations on the fly. The world is full of items, treasures, and weapons. With a thriving economy, merchants will buy and sell. Treasure maps acquired days earlier will point you to unique geographic features. Sheriffs will post bounties, and you can ride out and track down outlaws. Besides getting a reward for helping, every action will affect John's honor and how he interacts with other characters. Your honor can quickly go up or down depending on how you choose to behave, rescuing travelers from bandits, capturing escaped prisoners, choosing to take a criminal alive rather than killing them will increase your honor. But you're also free to take the dishonorable side in any dispute. Kill the prisoners, help the bandits, steal some horses, and your honor will plummet. But you might get a good deal wealthier in the process. While in Mexico, Marston soon comes across charismatic rebel soldier Abraham Reyes.
I'm going to be the next president of Mexico.
A would-be messiah who hopes to lead his people in a courageous and foolhardy insurrection against the Mexican army. It's one of many spectacular battles in the game, requiring proficiency of pistol, sniper rifle, and even cannon. That and a chance to use the Deadeye targeting system. The result is a massive title that crosses genres and expands and innovates on the idea of the open world game. Red Dead Redemption from Rockstar Games. Red Dead Redemption is set in the years leading up to the First World War, as the mythical Wild West comes to an end and modern society begins to take root across the world. The American frontier gave way to farmland and towns. New technologies transformed communities, but few innovations facilitated change like the advancement of weapons technology.
You getting cute with me, boy?
Calm down.
Laborious hand-packed muskets gave way to lever-action repeater rifles. Single-shot pistols were replaced by the revolver. The first, terrifying machine guns appeared, a weapon that rained death and would transform armed conflict forever. These are the weapons of Red Dead Redemption. Weapons of the period were meticulously researched. Besides a wide array of revolvers to choose from, players may also buy highly sought-after machine pistols.
Thank you, sir.
Sniper rifles, first popularized in the American Civil War, can take out rebels at a distance. For short-range conflict, players can use a shotgun. For high damage, Marston can wield a buffalo rifle, which inflicts catastrophic injury to man or beast.
Take cover!
When facing multiple enemies, players can utilize a Gatling gun. But if no gun is available, older weapons, like a knife or fire bottle, will suffice. Equally, the tactical use of dynamite can quickly turn the tide in battle. The technology behind Red Dead Redemption's highly detailed gunplay and real-time physical reactions is powered by a hybrid of Rockstar Games' proprietary Rage physics engine and Natural Motion's Euphoria character behavior system. It brings dynamic motion synthesis to gameplay, assigning real physics to enemies who will ride the true momentum of a gunshot. Every impact is uniquely created by the game engine. Where death isn't the goal,
ease up there, friend.
Marston can also strategically place shots to wound enemies, who will limp or crawl away based on where they were shot. Although Red Dead Redemption is an epic open-world adventure, at its core is a strong shooting mechanic, built around the Deadeye targeting system. Deadeye has 3 levels. Initially, players are able to slow down the action for faster response in gunfights. The next level paints targets as the reticule passes over enemies. More experienced players can place the shots individually to devastating effect. From roadside skirmishes to full-scale epic gunfights, the weapons of Red Dead Redemption are part of the effort by Rockstar Games to deliver the most immersive, technologically advanced, and highly playable open-world games.
My cause is to keep this town from turning into a living hell.
The man that kills the boss of that bunch gets $50.
I don't want to be no policeman, Marshal.
Nor did I, my friend, I can promise you that.
Nice to see you again, buddy. Hog time. Let's get him to jail.
I got me one of them Williamson boys.
I think I seen me a couple of them rustlers. They killed the man. Women folk then got their throats slit.
Come on, Bessie, give!
What a pleasant surprise, Mr. Marston. We're the bad guys. We enforce the rules. Now, while the rules may not be perfect, the alternative is hell. Your wife sends her regards.
I understand that a city dweller such as yourself likes to have some exotic secrets, so us country folk are impressed.
Hey, Mr. McFarland! This is a nice girl you got there.
With faith, I can achieve great things. I know that.
I thought they was Doxies. His family is nothing but hillbilly trash that came here after the war.
What is it? Armas.
What's happening?
Don't worry about me, Mr. Marston. I'm living in history. I'm not afraid to die. I have lost my father. My sister has fled. I have no family. Just because.
These peasant girls, they believe every word a fellow says.
An illiterate gunslinger, you sure know how to make a girl blush.
Rockstar Games' ambition for Red Dead Redemption was to create a world that feels as vast as the West itself. A world that literally stretches on for miles, across valleys, deserts, mountains, and rivers, and over borders. This world would illustrate the struggle for survival that was a part of everyday life on the frontier, as the American West underwent a violent transition from the ways of old to modern times. And Mexico entered a prolonged period of bloody civil war. To help create a living, breathing world, hundreds of characters were created with unique personalities, dialects, and professions. In West Elizabeth, the region to the north, the fast-growing modern town of Blackwater teems with life. A thriving port, it is at the heart of the Industrial Revolution. Head even further north, and you'll encounter lush, mountainous regions with forests, snow, and big game, including bears. To the west, in New Austin, there are dusty plains and plateaus. This was one of the last frontier regions at this time, and it is a dangerous place full of struggling ranchers fighting to survive, alongside rustlers, bandits, outlaws, and con men preying on people's stupidity.
Round up your men, let's get the herd.
Marston can herd cattle, Use the lasso to capture and break wild horses. Gamble, drink,
Fill me up, partner.
protect ranches at night from rustlers, and hunt. Hunting was a vital means of survival in the West. Animals will prey on one another, or sometimes you or your horse. After a successful kill, animals can be skinned and traded for goods.
Ain't no survivors here, Marshal.
After a bloody shootout, buzzards will appear looking for carrion. Taking one out unlocks sharpshooter challenges. Completion of such challenges unlocks new items for the player.
Hey, gringo! ¿Hablas español?
South of the border in Mexico lies the region of Nuevo Periso, where the large disparity of income between rich and poor has led the people to the brink of revolution. To cover this vast terrain, Marston can travel by horse, or for faster travel, stagecoach or train. The behavior and physics of the horses was a key focus of the game. Players can summon their horse at any time. Upgrading to different breeds will increase speed and stamina. Newspapers keep the player informed of things happening across the world. And at the end of each day, Marston can pitch camp or join another campfire and hear news and rumors from throughout the region.
Fella's gun locked up on him. Grizzly pinned him to the ground with one paw.
This was a world still lit mostly by fire. A world of violence, survival, war. Of the modern world and government encroaching bit by bit. This is what life in the West was like. This is Red Dead Redemption.
Friends! Hard-working souls! Gather round, gather round! Do you suffer from stiff joints, wrenches, dislocations, cuts and bruises, anxieties and ravaged nerves? Gentlemen, step right up.
I was just coming to see you when the drink got the better of me. Did I miss anything?
This land was imagined by an angry god for an angry people.
Who do you think you are, Boyle? The bloody cavalry? Look at me! Scrambling around, half insane. I ain't washed in 6 months.
Why don't I get to warm and tender embrace?
I have finally solved the riddle that has tormented my mind these past 8 years. I'm a professor at Yale. I write books. I'm from Connecticut.
I say we tar and feather him right now.
I apologize if science is not your forte.
Goodbye, John Marston. It's been a great pleasure.
Red Dead Redemption is a vast, epic adventure in which John Marston doesn't stay in one place for very long. But as players travel across the West and into Mexico, they soon realize that life here is a fight to survive. And there is danger lurking around every corner. While traveling from one town to another, the player may stumble upon gang hideouts, or meet overzealous lawmen attacking anti-government protesters, or just some crazy hermits.
Why don't you stay a while?
Sometimes it's just you in a fight. At other times, you may have an army at your disposal. In the West, gangs sometimes overrun decrepit towns. Kill everyone, and it becomes a ghost town. While on the highway, roadside bandits are a threat, and people you meet will ask for your protection.
I've been marooned out here.
Equally, criminals with bounties on their heads can be tracked down for ransom.
Try not to fall off.
Sometimes, you may be asked to stop mob justice. In an atmosphere of revolutionary turmoil and social unrest, hangings and shootings are an ever-present reality, and opportunistic criminals are often preying on the weak. How you choose to respond to these events is up to you. You may intervene or walk on by. The deeds you do and the way you dress impact upon your fame and your honor. And how people of the world react to you, either treating you with respect or challenging you to duels. As your fame grows, when you enter a town, local tough guys are more likely to want to make a name for themselves by challenging a man such as you to a duel. Dueling has its own set of challenges. Draw first and you'll have more time, but your shots will be less accurate. Draw later and you'll have less time, but your accuracy will improve. Again, it's up to you to pick the way you want to play. Committing a crime increases the bounty on your head. However, strategic use of a bandana will prevent others from recognizing you and ensure your wanted meter goes down faster. Players can never let their guard down. A seemingly innocent encounter can turn deadly when you least expect it. Life in the West was unforgiving. Violence was a constant presence. From intervening in a roadside execution, to chasing down a stolen wagon, to becoming embroiled in a deadly gunfight. The goal of Red Dead Redemption is to push the boundaries of the open world game. Engage the player with constant action and opportunity, and tell the story of a world losing both its innocence and its freedom. When designing Red Dead Redemption's multiplayer experience, Rockstar set out to make it as engaging as the single-player campaign and reinvent the idea of open-world online gaming. The product of this ambition is Red Dead Redemption's Free Roam. While many multiplayer titles confine gameplay to a small single level, in Free Roam, the enormous single-player game world is open and available to explore. This is your game lobby. You can ride across the plains, encounter other players in gang hideouts, or join organized games and challenges. Players can go out on their own or band together to form posses. Comprised of up to 8 people, your posse can explore separately or together. Take out other posses, fight criminals or the law. Jump into a group activity, such as a traditional multiplayer deathmatch at any time, or maybe just go on a gentle hunt together. Scattered throughout the map are hunting areas where waves of animals will attack you and your posse members. Or you can explore the world and hunt elusive animals. When a leader forms a posse, they can set waypoints for the gang to head to. If they jump into a skirmish, the posse can join in the fray. Several posses can fight at once, with up to 16 players battling it out wherever and however they choose. While playing Free Roam, posses can also attack gang hideouts, which are multi-part team-based challenges, or become an outlaw and evade law enforcement. Completing these kinds of challenges gives the player experience points. There are 50 levels in Free Roam, and the experience points meter tracks your progression. With experience, you will level up and unlock better weapons and mounts, new characters, titles, and challenges. From riding across the plains with a posse to attack a town full of outlaws, or going solo to take down targets, the Free Roam in Red Dead Redemption is attempting to change the concept of multiplayer in open-world games. But Free Roam is just one aspect of Red Dead Redemption's multiplayer. Should you choose, there are more structured competitive modes we'll reveal soon. The multiplayer of Red Dead Redemption begins here, across windswept plains, riding through mossy pine forests, parched deserts, and snow-capped mountain ranges. During competitive play, Rockstar Games wanted to combine the excitement of conventional multiplayer shooters with the unique spirit and mechanics of a third-person open-world game set in the American West. Matches begin with something new, a classic Mexican standoff. If you're the last man standing at the end of the bloodshed, make your way to the best sniper location. Each mode is a Western version of a classic multiplayer game, based around a particular town or geographical feature, all of which have been specially designed for the purpose. You can enter these games at specific markers, or via a playlist selected by a posse member. Shootout is a deathmatch. A pistol or rifle is handy, but a fire bottle makes even quicker work of opponents. Gang shootout brings your posse into play. Teamwork is key, whether it's flanking a rival posse on horseback or having a friend man a Gatling gun. Hold Your Own is a classic team-based capture the flag, where each team has one base and one bag of gold. A match set in DS Coronis requires both equestrian and shooting skills to cover the vast distances between bases. Other locations are more intimate. In Gold Rush, multiple bags of gold are scattered around the area. But be warned, bags of gold are heavy. Even one will slow you down, while two will leave you at a big disadvantage. In Grab the Bag, a single bag appears. Team members grab it and return to base. That is, if a cannon doesn't get to you first. That's why it's good to have a friend who is proficient with a rifle. Certain crates scattered throughout the world upgrade weapons, top off ammo, or fill your Deadeye meter. Deadeye won't slow time down, but it will let you paint targets on multiple enemies for quick kills. Complete weapons challenges with tiers of kills and headshots, and get a golden version of that weapon, perfect for the outlaw with a certain style. Whether exploring the vast landscapes with your posse, taking down another posse, or going at it solo, the multiplayer of Red Dead Redemption brings a whole new way to experience the game.
What are you doing here, gringo? ¿Hablas español?
This whole place is teeming with Americans on the run, mercenaries, locals hell-bent on revolution.
I know this land. I know these people.
Don't worry about me, Mr. Marston. I'm living in history. I'm not afraid to die.
We brought them God! They turned their back on him.
These socialist pigs cannot be allowed to win. My brothers! My lord! ¡Viva la revolución! ¡Viva México! ¡México! ¡México! ¡México!
Mexico loves you, Mr. Martin.
There's a funny way of showing it.
Go get drunk, go get a woman! It's a beautiful struggle!
I rode in a gang. They left me to die after I'd been shot. I left the gang after the gang left me. I tried to go straight. I did. Then I got me more trouble.
You can't change, John!
You don't do deals with outlaws, boy.
Yeah, you do! You are the bounty hunter, huh? Your country loves to make trouble in mine. Perhaps you come to hunt me, huh?
You always did have a high opinion of yourself, John.
This is America, where a lying, cheating degenerate can prosper.
What will you do now, Mr. Marston?
Now I'm gonna take my time and go after him the less kind way.
It's gonna be a bloody job.
I don't know any other kind.
I was right all along. Your savage heart cannot be conventionally civilized.
Maybe you live in a different America than we.
I'm gonna cut you up, piece by piece.
Civilization is a truly beautiful thing, Mr. Marston.
Well, old man, looks like things is about to get settled once and for all.
So it seems.
I'm here to capture or kill Bill Williamson.
Holy sweet mother of mercy.
I rode with him. We killed people. But that's a life I left behind.
In that shed! Get him, boys!
You, sir, step right up.
Saturday, May 29th, Rockstar Games presents, from the director of The Proposition in the Road, John Hillcoat, a short film made from Red Dead Redemption.
Moses, you son of a...
Whole world has problems, mister.
You're one of Williamson's boys.
Watch the world broadcast premiere, Saturday, May 29th at midnight, only on Fox. Red Dead Redemption. Rated M for mature.
The multiplayer in Red Dead Redemption is a fresh look at going head-to-head in an open-world game. And now, Rockstar adds cooperative play with the Outlaws to the End co-op mission pack. You and up to 3 friends can fight alongside one another in 6 new missions. In the river, players man a raft and battle opponents on both water and land. Enemies on rafts will pursue you downstream to an occupied town where you must destroy their weapons caches. In Walton's Gold, time is of the essence as you storm a mining camp. Take out the miners quickly and load up as much gold as you can in 5 minutes' time, as the mine is rigged to blow and will collapse around you. Or you can battle cattle rustlers in The Herd as you fight your way into a canyon, retrieve your stolen livestock, and escort them back to safety. Watch out for snipers. The Escape is a multi-part mission where players steal coaches from gang members, use the Gatling gun or shotgun to dissuade pursuers, then clear out gangs in Tumbleweed. Or rescue a rancher's daughter in The Kidnapped Girl. Breach the gates, kill the kidnappers, and get her home safe to the farm. And if a friend goes down, a quick dose of meds will revive an injured teammate. Just don't get taken out in the process. Ammunition is an explosive mission where the Mexican army is holding the town under siege. Break through the Gatling guns and snipers, take over the cannons, then use them to take out the remaining Mexican army and their artillery caches. The Outlaws to the End co-op mission pack also includes advanced versions of missions and over 100 new challenges, ensuring a huge array of new ways to experience multiplayer in Red Dead Redemption. Rockstar Games presents the Legends and Killers Pack for Red Dead Redemption. Download it and battle in 9 different locations where you can unleash a deadly new weapon, the Tomahawk. Complete new challenges for most kills, headshots, or for taking out an enemy in the air. The pack features battles in Blackwater, where you can head to the rooftops for the best sniping positions. Manzanita Post features watchtowers that let you get the jump on opponents until they get the jump on you. Thieves Landing is under a constant river fog with plenty of hiding places, perfect for cornering enemies. or head to Rio Bravo and battle in the iconic desert landscape. For fans of 2004's Red Dead Revolver, the characters are making a cameo appearance in the multiplayer of Red Dead Redemption. Play as Red Harlow, Annie Stokes, Jack Swift, Buffalo Soldier, Shadow Wolf, Pig Josh, Ugly Chris, or Mr. Kelly. Red Dead Redemption Multiplayer delivers a massive open world for players to explore in free roam, competitive modes, or in co-op. And now, download the new Legends and Killers pack on Xbox Live or the PlayStation Network. And keep a lookout for more upcoming Red Dead Redemption downloadable content soon. For Red Dead Redemption, Rockstar Games is expanding multiplayer free roam and competitive modes with a wide array of completely new content, including gambling, gang hideouts, hunting grounds, plus multiplayer horse racing and the incredible new Stronghold mode, as well as the introduction of the most devastating weapon yet, the explosive rifle. All in the Liars and Cheats pack. Play as one of 15 new multiplayer characters from the single-player story, including some of the biggest liars and cheats in the game. Now you can be degenerates like Seth, Agent Ross, Irish, Nigel West Dickens, as well as John Marston, Marshall Johnson, and many others. Play in the all-new Stronghold mode. 2 teams of 8 can play. One team attacks, the other defends, and then halfway through you switch sides. You may be called to defend an area or break into a safe while your teammates protect you. There are 4 different maps to try in an entirely new multiplayer experience in the game. Players can also choose to infiltrate up to 7 new gang hideouts. Posse up and take on hideouts to level up quickly. After a match, head out and compete in multiplayer horse races. And since it's called the Liars and Cheats pack, there are of course some less honorable ways of ensuring your horse comes in first. After a race, why not play some cards or dice? Red Dead Redemption fans requested multiplayer online poker. You can clean out the table playing cards, or call someone's bluff in Liar's Dice. The more you play, the more experience points you get. Or maybe go hunting in one of the 4 new hunting grounds. Scour Roca Madera for bobcats. Stalk wolves. Broken Tree is full of boars. Or hunt cougars. The Liars and Cheats pack for Red Dead Redemption is a wide-ranging expansion of the multiplayer experience, available for download on September 21st.